Alright, well, good evening. Welcome everybody to, well, my channel, because I've never done an episode like this before, so I can't really call it Let's PvP Star Wars The Old Republic. But, yeah, so I kind of got a reality check today. I actually figured out that there's no way for me to level past 50 on Isabel. And that's pretty damn disheartening. So, I think until I actually have access to McKeb and all that shit, I'm probably just going to play Rio. Since, well, anybody that's in Elite War Hero gear actually does better naked than they actually do with the gear that you grinded so hard to get. Which was a huge complaint on the PTS, and it's still apparently true. Went back, looked at some stuff, talked to friends, and they said, you know, hey, this has been a huge problem since the PTS came out. Like, people were just doing war zones naked. And for the most part, it's true. I mean, there are a few items that you can equip to actually make your stats better, but really? If you're already level 50, you have any kind of PvP gear, just take everything off except your main hand, offhand, especially if you're a tank. Leave your offhand on, because you know that gives you a better shield chance, defense chance, stuff like that. I would definitely leave that on, but yeah, I really have nothing recorded tonight. I did have some really good games, but after finding out that I couldn't hit 51 until the 14th, which I believe is what? It's 4 days away. 3 days away. Didn't really feel like posting anything. So I decided I'm going to do something different. Right now Rio is level 47. I'm just logging into him for the first time. And I'm going to go through and talk about my build. Because I really don't know what else to post. I am kind of getting over my cold. I still feel a little bit like shit, but you know, like I said, you just a strict regimen of aspirin, Robitussin, whiskey, and Tums are your best friend in dealing with a cold. God, I'm fucked in the head. But okay. So I'm still gonna stick with lethality. I've had a lot of fun doing lethality, and I know my bar looks really empty, but that's not my cover bar. I actually do use a cover bar on my sniper because there's a lot of things that if I'm running around I'm not in cover, and lethality allows you to do that quite a bit. There's abilities that I don't need on there. I need other things that are much more quick access. So, ranged and tech crit, definitely taking that shit. Striking a target with Shiv, hit and run, 25% speed boost for 2 seconds. That sounds kind of decent, but my goal is to stay the hell away from people. So I'm going to go ahead and take the increased alacrity, make my call go faster, a series of shot, it's going to channel faster. All of that's just other stuff. So that's what I'm going with. Cooldown and debilitate, yes, and as you can see, my bottom bar, that is not affected by the cover bar, and debilitate is very close on there, because if somebody gets close to me, I want to stab them and make them dance with electricity. Of course, corrosive dart, very good. Corrosive dart increase, very good. Snipe, series of shots, and call, very important. Damage dealt by frag and corrosive grenade. That's going to be a yeah for both of those, because we need corrosive grenade. So definitely taking that. Adrenaline probe, which I'm pretty sure is this thing. Okay. Reduces the cooldown. Critical hit is poison. Yes, definitely want that. That makes it so that our class is not so reliant on energy. Anytime I can get crits on any of my dots, give me that energy. Yeah, we definitely want to reduce their movement speed when we hit them with corrosive grenade. Now this was one in my previous build that it was kind of available to me. I was actually taking some other skills, but it was one of the skills that I was really thinking about taking because it sounds fantastic. I mean, escape reduces the cooldown by 30 seconds because you can see it's 0 of 2, so of course it's going to double. And that only brings it down to 1 minute and 30 seconds, but it's nice. Shield probe by 15 seconds and cover pulse by 5 seconds. So my shield probe, 15 seconds, that'll bring it down to a 30-second cooldown. Very nice because it absorbs tech and force damage. And what the hell was the other one? Cover pulse. There we go. 30 seconds for 5 seconds. It's a good skill. But again, I think we're going to save it until we have a chance to get all that stuff. As you can see, I'm still level 47. I actually leveled another character to 50 instead of Rio, which is another reason why I'm just going to go ahead and play him, because I can play him in his exact gear. I don't have to run around naked, and I get the full bolster benefit. Critical hit chance of all periodic effects. Fuck yeah, because that increases energy. Amount absorbed by shield probe. Definitely got to take call. Call is going to be my big thing. Razor rounds and series of shots. I use those two abilities quite frequently, as you can see. They're number 4, and usually call is actually over here. I actually look like a whacked out piano player whenever I play my character because I'm like just jumping with one hand all over the keyboard, but that's just how I'm used to playing. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more efficient way that I could do this, but not going to happen in this lifetime. This is just how I learned to play, and that's how I play it. I mean, that goes back to my UO days, whenever I used the F keys, Alt F keys, Control F keys, Shift F keys, and I had every single spell in my spell book bound to one or the other. And it worked out great for me, so I stick with that formula. Not too big on the countermeasures and movement and parrying effect. Who cares? Not really interested. So yeah, definitely going to take the bonus to the defensive cooldown. Damage dealt by poison effects, 5% on target, yes. Once you're below 30% health, I want my poison effects to tear you apart. Reduces the damage taken by periodic effects. Corrosive dart, a corrosive grenade, and yeah. That's pretty nice because it actually makes people have to cleanse. And really, I don't think that sages or sorks have the ability to take off your poison effects. The only ones that, the only ones that can are mercenaries and operatives, and that makes it so they have to cast that ability twice to stop taking the dot damage, unless you're dead, which it doesn't matter because then they can just use their recuperate equivalent to get past that. Your periodic effects don't tick on by any of your sleep effects. This would be fantastic if it actually counted for anybody affected by CC. I'm really torn on that, because it is nice to be able to flashbang people that you've already poisoned, but I don't think that flashbang is actually a sleep effect. So instead, we're just going to go for hold your ground, 1 point. If it is, let me know. I'll probably change it. But still, I mean, if I accidentally dot up somebody whenever somebody's capping and then they try and CC him, of course my CCs are going to break on a soft mez, which, you know, is all your whirlwind CC type abilities, concussion missile, that kind of thing. Hard stuns, they're going to be stuck for 3 seconds anyway. Damage dealt by Call. Call has 50% chance to trigger lethal takedown, which finishes the cooldown on takedown and makes your next takedown usable on a target with any health level. Fuck yeah, I'm taking that. Increases duration by evasion. In addition, when you activate covered escape. I don't have covered escape yet. You have a 50% chance to detonate a corrosive mine. What the fuck? Okay, you have a 50% chance to detonate a corrosive mine that deals blah 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 internal damage to all nearby enemies over the duration. Targets that remain within the R. You know what? Sounds fantastic. Fuck it. Alright, so series of shots and call, definitely going to be my last 2 points. And that's pretty much how I'm building Rio for the time being. I guess you could call this a character spotlight. He's not 50 yet, so this isn't the final build. But I am definitely going to be seeing how this plays out, man. Like I said, not very impressed with the 2.0 so far, and a lot of that probably has to deal with the fact that I don't have access to Makeb. I'm having a lot of problems actually leveling to 51. It took me 2 days to get from 50 to 51 doing war zones. I actually bought the extra war zone experience on Isabel because I thought that I would be able to level to 55, but I wouldn't have access to the new content. Wrong. So yeah, a little bit bitter about that. But, gonna keep playing. See how all this shit works out. But, that's pretty much what I wanted to go through, is just how I'm going to be building my Lethality Sniper. If any of you guys have questions or comments on my build, feel free to throw them out there. Like I said, I'm always open to criticism. I'm not gonna sit there and just be like, oh, you fucking nubs telling me how to play my characters. This shit's all new to me. So if you have a sniper, you've been leveling him up, you have access to the Makeb, let me know what you think about what I've picked for my build and what you think that is a better alternative. Because I've seen a lot of stuff like PvE gear that affects is specifically blah 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 sniper volley, and that shit kind of pisses me off, because it's like, what if I play a sniper in PvE and I don't have access to the sniper volley skill? But either way, guys, take it easy. I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.